Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. I'm Rajinikanth Vadla, and today we are starting something absolutely game changing, a complete MLOps Zero to Hero series. If you are working with machine learning models or a DevOps or a data engineering or a developer, so you are wondering how the companies like Netflix or Amazon and other Uber, Ola and the big companies are deploying thousands of models on every day and every single week, then this is the series for you where I will be going to teach you and show you the ML model and MLOps, and it will also going to include your LLM and AI as well. So here, so I'll be planning a separate playlist for them, but which is on the ML side and MLOps side, which will give you a more scratch to advanced information. I can show you the projects and I will be showing the live practicals and then theory, and I will be sharing the notes in this YouTube videos. So this episode is the first episode of our ML of 02 Hero series, where you will be all learning about the real world production journey. By the end of this series, you will be having the a good experience of building the production ready ML pipelines and all this. So let's understand what is MLOps actually. So if you go to my second slide, what I have said, like, as you know, the Google definitions is nothing but MLOps is a machine learning operations, right? But actually, think like uh, it is a superhero team, that the combination of three powerful heroes and the three powerful disciplines or the methods, you can say: machine learning, DevOps, and data engineering. All three combinationally, that your MLOps streamlines the entire life cycle of your ML models. I mean, entire life cycle from data preparation to training, deployment, monitoring, and back to retraining. Your MLOps is a key method, the key life cycle, which is very important in the enterprise organizations, the organizations which are using the ML models. It's like having the a kind of an automated process of your ML model development and deployment environments to ensure these all critical things should be deployed smooth and perfect in your organization. Okay, so if you see this purpose of the MLOps, so now why do we need actually an MLOps? So I can tell you a simple, powerful definition or a powerful use case. So simple, but it is a powerful. Whenever you make a ML model production ready, continuously you should improve, you should scalable. First, rapidly deploying and monitoring ML models in production like your DevOps doing for the application. The same thing, the same discipline you are applying to the ML side and ML model. The second thing is your automate retraining based on the new data, because data changes and your model need to adapt, right? So there's a drift concept actually. And the third point, we would be ensuring the compliance, auditability, and version control. Absolutely. So these are all the critical things for the production environments. And the fourth thing is we are facilitating this collaboration between data scientist, ML engineer, DevOps engineer, data engineering teams, ETL teams. So what is a team that is can be connected with all these cross teams, and the method. So without MLOps you cannot do that actually. So MLOps is the thing that you basically need to manage all this complex workflow, and orchestrate with some good workflow designed according to your organization. Okay. So if I talk about some of the real world importance, so let me give you the perspective of some real world context companies that are Netflix, Uber, Amazon, Google. They're deploying thousands of ML models in every single week. Thousands. So can you imagine trying to manage this is manually without MLOps? A manual management lead to our major disasters like model drift. So model drift means when your model performing as a degrade over the time. It's performing degrading over the time period. Version chaos. When you lose a track of which model version is where, that is uh, that is the main thing. Data leakage. When your training data accidentally include future information, that's a problem. And your deployment failures, which can actually cost companies millions and millions. You're running over the GPUs, right? You're deploying over that, and these are all the matter. So this is why every major tech company has invested heavily in the MLOps infrastructure. Okay, and if we go to our next slide, so evaluation from DevOps, DataOps, and the MLOps. Let's understand how we get here through the evaluation of the ops practice. It all started with the DevOps actually. That's why DevOps is very key in the market. Not in the market, in your entire IT. You should know the DevOps. So it's all started with the DevOps as I was focusing on for the software build, test, deploy, automation using tools like Jenkins, Docker, Kubernetes. So these gave us the faster application delivery. And then your data ops, which focused on the data pipeline to automate tools like Airflow, Kafka, and dbt, and this give you the data reliable flow, right? And we have an MLOps which focus on end-to-end ML lifecycle automation using tools like MLflow, Kubeflow, SageMaker, and we have many other tools according to the cloud and all. So if you go to the GCP, if you go to the Azure, if you go to the AWS, we have already cloud native services. So each evaluation built upon the previous one. Okay, means MLOps on the data ops on the DevOps. So everything starts from the DevOps. And MLOps is a natural progression for the each organization that wanted to operationalize on how they wanted to be scale up the ML models according to the business requirements. Actually, right? Now the core MLOps phases like data collection and validation, feature engineering. Let's break down this some things. Okay, data collection and validation. So ensuring high quality and the label. Okay, of the consistent data. Feature engineering, that is you are running some kind of EDA, exploratory data analysis, and you are doing some duplicates, removing, you're doing a lot of engineering over your data to make it as a finest data, okay, as a consolidated or concise data, transforming the raw data into meaningful features. Model training and experiment tracking. Track your metrics using ML flow and weight and things. So weight and biases. See, when you're running a training model, you should know about the metrics. I'll be going to cover in the coming class. So how I can say that this is the model is right, this is the model is wrong, this model is predicting correct, this model is predicting wrong, based on the metrics only. And the model packaging, containerizing the models with Docker file, and you can deploy anywhere as a, in Kubernetes or somewhere. Monitoring and drift detection. Whenever your model performs very low or it's not performing correct, then you have to monitor it, right? We have tools as well. And drift detection will be happening. There are 4 5 types of drift detections actually. Model drift, data drift, feature drift, flag drift, like this. We have many drifts actually. And continuous training, automating the retraining pipeline according to your feedbacks. So that is something is important in our MLOps. If you could see, I have added some building blocks in the architecture layer. Like now let's look at the MLOps architecture, that four layers of the cake, I can say. At the bottom, if you see, we have data layer, right? Your data sources, pipeline, and storage using tools like S3, BigQuery, and Snowflake. And in the middle, we have a model layer, which is handling training, experiment, tracking, and versioning with tools like MLflow, or you can use SageMaker. Then this deployment layer, if you see. So in this deployment layer, like you are serving infrastructure using Docker, Kubernetes, and all. And okay, and if you see monitoring layer. So in this monitoring layer, you build and you create a robust things that you can track the model drift, performance, logging, like by using Prometheus, Grafana, evidently Ably Connect. You can use these tools. So this is something, and the key MLOps principles, I would say. So CI, CD, continuous integration, continuous deployment, continuous testing or continuous training, and continuous evaluation as well for your entire ML lifecycle. Versioning to track the data, code, and model systematically. Collaboration for your different wide teams. Scalability, like handle growing data model complexity. Monitoring, continuous monitoring, you can do. Governance, like compliance, auditability, and reproducibility, you can do that. Okay. And so in the real, like if you see this hands-on lab overview, so we would be going to perform in the next, like a mini MLOps pipeline for you, giving you a overview in the next video. So we will be going to do that. And if you go to the production MLOps setup, actually, so in the real production setup, different teams will be collaborated, actually. So data engineer managing the ETL and the feature pipeline using Airflow and the Spark. ML engineers train the models tracked in MLflow and SageMaker. And DevOps engineers package model in Docker and deploy into the Kubernetes. Monitoring team use Prometheus Grafana to detect the drift detection. Automation. So you will be doing all this part. And here you're also involving at some part. So from here and here, everything is in MLOps. Actually, everything is in MLOps. And that's the thing of this episode 1, that we are covering the foundation of the MLOps, why it matter, how it matter in the production. So I will be going to show you the more things in the coming videos, so that you will be having the good idea over it. So do not miss this series. I would be covering the more practicals and more understanding things, and I'll be going to share the every notes that I'm covering in the video. Okay, subscribe my channel, like my video, and turn on the notification. Don't miss my videos. Thank you everyone.